Minasan konnichiwa! I'd like to start out today by introducing our next set of new kanji for Japanese 1020. So these are the rest of the kanji in this chapter. We're going to start out with kaeru, the kaeru that means to return home. So our kaeru, it looks a little bit complicated. It's made out of 3 parts. So we have a part that's kind of like the hiragana or the katakana ri. And then we have a part that's kind of like katakana yo. And then one more part that might be a little bit unfamiliar to us. So let's take a look at how to write it. So we'll start with the katakana ri, then the katakana yo, and then this part here at the bottom. So we start ichi, and then a little bit up higher, ni, san, yon, go, and then ichi, ni, san, yon, hook, go, ichi, ni, san, and then ichi, ni, san, yon, hook, go. So all together, ichi, ni, san, yon, go, 6, 7, 8, 9, hook, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the kae in kaeru. So once we have the kae in kaeru, we are also going to learn the ben in benkyou suru. So we start out with this part on the left here, and then we have chikara kind of on the inside. So let's practice writing it together. So we have this part on the left. It has like a long line that curves up here, and then chikara. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flat hook, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the chikara part should kind of fit inside of this long stroke here, almost like you're kind of fitting it into a box. So once we have the benkyou no ben, we can also write the benkyou no kyou. But before we introduce the kyou part of benkyou, I'm going to introduce a kanji that is a part of it. This yumi, which means a bow. So we write it with 1, 2, 3, hook. 1, 2, 3, hook. 1, 2, 3, hook. So once we have this shape of a bow, we can use it to write the kanji that is the kyou in benkyou. But before we get to the kanji that is the kyou in benkyou, we have one more part of that kanji. And that is this one, mushi, which means like an insect. So we start off by writing something kind of similar to the naka. But at the bottom, there's these 2 extra strokes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 虫, an insect. Okay, now we have all the parts together, so we can write this kanji. This has 2 possible readings. One is the tsuyo in tsuyoi, which means strong. The other one is the kyo in benkyō. So we start by writing the yumi, the kanji for bow, kind of squished, a little bit skinny. Then we have the katakana mu up here, and then mushi goes right underneath of it. So let's take a look at how we can write this kanji, the kyo in benkyō. So we'll start with the yumi part. 1, 2, 3, hook. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Once again. 1, 2, 3, hook. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more time. 1, 2, 3, hook. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is the tsuyo of tsuyoi, or the kyo in benkyō suru. Our next kanji is the mo in motsu. Now this is a little bit tricky for a lot of people because it looks an awful lot like another kanji that we have already studied, matsu, which also sounds really similar to this word. So that makes it a little bit tricky. The way that you can tell the difference between motsu and matsu is by looking at the part on the left. So you can see it kind of down in the bottom right-hand corner of this slide. The matsu, we have like 2 diagonal strokes down and a horizontal, this like kind of like a line above katakana I. But motsu, which we can see here, is the left part is a radical that we use, like a kanji part that we use to mean hand. So you motsu something with your hand. So this part on the left is different between motsu and matsu. So let's write the mo in motsu. We will start with 1, 2, hook, and 3. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The mo in motsu. The mo in mochimasu. Our next kanji is the na in namae. So the mae part of namae is like the same mae that we've used to talk about like direction. So like in front of. The na is this kanji. So it's kind of like a katakana ta that we put right on top of a katakana ro. So we are going to start with the katakana ta. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The na in namae. And our last kanji for this chapter, we will finally learn how to write the go in Nihongo or Chugoku-go. So we write this kanji, we can see here on the left, we have the imasu, the kanji that means to say. So this kanji often appears in words that have to do with like saying something, that have to do with reading something, that have to do with words, right? We also have the go, that is the number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can use that to help us remember the pronunciation of this kanji. So first we write the imasu, and then go like the number, and then kuchi at the end. So let's write it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The go in Nihongo. Okay, so that finishes out our kanji for chapter 11. So make sure you practice both reading and writing kanji so that you can remember them for a long time.